All right, Eric Shirey with Movie Geek Feed here. I am here with Mel House. He is from the Houston area, right?
Houston area.
And has made Sweatshop, directed that.
Produced Sweatshop.
Produced Sweatshop.
Directed Closet Space.
Yes.
And wrote and directed Walking Distance.
Right. And Walking Distance is your new project that you just are promoting right now?
Yeah, that is my most recent project. We shot it last summer, and we are in post on it right now.
Okay. Give us a little background on what that's about and what we can expect.
Basically, Walking Distance revolves around a small community that's popped up in the wake of this facility going up, and no one really knows what the facility is doing. Mysterious experiments, medical trials. Several people in the facility think that they're up to no. Several people in the community think the facility's up to no good. We're kind of investigating a little bit. Strange things start to happen, of course, and as always with these things go horribly wrong. So it definitely takes like a Nightmare on Elm Street-ish type turn.
Right
there, and lots of weird, squishy stuff.
Right. Yeah, I saw the trailer, and it's pretty brutal, man. It looks pretty brutal, or it looks like it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely.
So what's the release like? What do you think is going to happen as far as release goes? Did somebody already option it, or?
Well, the awesome thing that's happening with this movie is we have a pretty neat cast with Adrienne King and Reggie Bannister, Debbie Rashawn. We've got Glenn Morshower, and we've got Kathy Lampkin from the Chainsaw remake. She's also in No Country for Old Men.
Right.
But having a cast like that, pretty much people have been coming to us and asking us, hey, what's going on? We're very interested, that kind of thing. So it's kind of, instead of us having to hound people about it, we are the ones being hounded in a way. So we're not sure exactly what's going to happen because we're still late in post on the movie. We're still finishing up some of the CGI and sound design, but we're reasonably certain that people will be able to see it. It won't be hard to search out. We don't know if that means theatrical. We hope it does, but it will definitely be out.
Right. How did you go about getting such an impressive cast? I mean, I know you've been doing this a while, so
to be honest, when I first started working on the project early last year, when I first decided that's what I wanted to do, I kind of it was envisioned as a lot lower budget, maybe like a small step above what we did for Closet Space.
Right.
I didn't intend on going union or attaching any names or anything like that, but I brought James Lamar on, my other producer, to help me, and we started taking it to the next level. And then once we got, Debbie attached, then Reggie came on, then Adrienne, and it sort of started snowballing. It was really weird at a certain point. I was like, is this really happening?
Right.
I had to really sort of step back from it several times because it was a lot easier than you would think it would be, I guess. But I guess our main advantage is they all responded to the script so well.
Right.
That's what they were all into. And when I started sending the script out, I was afraid they wouldn't. I was afraid it'd be too dark for some people. It'd turn people off. Because it isn't, a guy stabbing people in the woods kind of thing.
Right.
It's not a slasher movie. There are definitely some dark undertones to things, and I didn't know how these people would respond. But they came back and said, we love the subject matter, we love this, and basically the most fucked up stuff is the stuff they love the most. So that kind of drew them to it, and it helped us. It appealed to them, and it helped us kind of attach them to the project. So.
Right. Well, I mean, I've noticed that your stuff is usually not really the slasher.
Right.
I mean, I know the Closet Space one isn't. That's more of a HP
Lovecraft type thing.
Yeah. Sweatshop, I'm not completely familiar with, but I know.
Sweatshop is more of a slasher movie, and that's kind of, Stacey Davidson directed. I was just a producer on that, and that's more of a case of, he's a really good friend of mine. We work together on a lot of projects, so we kind of want to keep the projects going, so it came up pretty quickly, and that he wanted to do it. But to be honest, it's not sort of where my tastes lie.
Right.
But with that said, he's doing a great job with it. It's just not something I would make on my own. I tend to gravitate more towards the weirder, Lovecrafty, David Cronenberg side of things.
Right.
And like my favorite movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street, so that's kind of like my speed.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm coming from. Then From Beyond is a favorite movie of mine, so that's kind of what I'm into and what I would like to make, because honestly, we don't have many movies like that anymore. People tend to make either it's a slasher movie or it's a Saw type movie that's like a torture, horror thing. And neither one of those things really appeal to me. I mean, they're good movies in their own right, I guess, but that's just not what really gets me going.
Right, it's not something that you want to do because it's like it's already being done.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't even know if it's appropriate to ask because you're still in post-production on this one. But what do you got planned next? Anything? Or?
Oh no, we definitely have a plan. We're wrapping up Walking Distance now. That should be wrapped up in the next 2 to 3 months for sure. We're in pre-production on a movie that I'm producing for one of my Walking Distance crew. It's going to be his first feature. He's done several shorts and things. We're shooting that in August of this year.
Okay.
And we're working on attaching some names to it right now. And then in the fall, I'm going to be directing my next feature, which I'm writing. It's going to be a ghost movie, like a classic ghost thing in this vein of The Changeling or The Innocents. You know, some old school scares.
Or like The Haunting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Have you seen Legend of Hell House?
Yeah.
With Roddy McDowell?
Yep.
Like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Excellent,
totally.
man. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, totally. I've always loved those movies as well, and I've always loved ghost stories. And I kind of, even though I love the weird, science gone wrong, Lovecrafty stuff, I want to try something sort of outside of that,
Right.
Because there are many aspects to horror, and I love most of them. So I kind of want to, move over here for a while and try that, and then.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you very much. It was a pleasure interviewing you today, and
thank you.
Look for Walking Distance. When do you think?
I would say fall 2009.
Okay. In the fall 2009. Take care. Thanks.
All right.